for the future me that's looking back on this, knowing that, hey, you didn't want to do it. You had every reason to not do it. It made sense in a lot of ways to not do it, but you did it anyway. You got, not only did you show up and not only did you get through it, but you benefited from it. You added another tally to the column of reasons why you can believe in yourself and trust in yourself. And for me right now, that means a lot. I was going to start this video off, and at first, I wanted to be really particular about what I said. I really don't want to go to the gym. I really, really do not want to go to the gym. And then I was taking a shower. I said, you know what? I need to just say I do want to go to the gym. It's good for me to make me feel better. I'm going to be proud of myself after we're doing it. Start saying that I do want to go, or that I'm happy about going, whatever. Just changing my mindset. And then after taking some time to get dressed, make sure my coffee is ready, and then go outside to get the car warmed up, I do not want to go to the gym. I do not want to go. But I've been up all night. I took a slight nap earlier with my daughter, and then I was up late cleaning up all the messes, getting everything straightened up for bed, and talking to my brother, gaming. My gaming time is a lot easier when the girls are asleep. And I had the thought, like, man, the gym opens around 4, and that'll be a perfect time. I only got maybe like 45 minutes left until it opens, yada yada. I'm not even like halfway through cleaning everything I need to clean. And I always tell myself, okay, cool, you know what? You can always just take a quick nap, maybe like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, get up, go. But I never get up. I never get up and go. And I want to make changes in myself and in my life, and I don't know exactly what changes I need to make and where to make them, but it was hitting me here and here that it would be a good idea to just do it. It's not going to hurt anything, and I'm not going to lie to y'all, this is going to be a super, super, super short trip to the gym. I'm not even going to vlog my workouts and stuff like that. I'm just going to be going to the gym and just talking to the camera today, because I haven't been to the gym in weeks. In a while, I haven't been to the gym. I really need to get to the gym consistently, and I have other goals. Like, I want to pick up soccer, and I want to get back to hooping again. And there's so many different things that I do want to do, and an idea, a conversation that I've been having with myself, and also an idea I got from a video about keeping promises to yourself helps you to build confidence. But the more promises that you break to yourself, the quiet ones that nobody hears about, the less confident you are in you, because you're always lying to yourself. You're never following through. Excuse me, how I sound. I'm getting over a cold. But I need to start finding ways of making promises to myself and keeping those promises, even when I'm tired, even when I don't feel like doing it, and I just really don't want to do it. I have so many reasons to not do it. I need to get good quality sleep, so many different things. And I'm trying to make changes. I'm trying to make something different in my life than how it has been for years. And 5 a.m. workouts is probably not going to be the thing. But I knew that this was something. I can't speak English. I'm tired. I knew that this was something that I didn't want to do. I knew that this was going to be something that was going to be difficult for me to do. And I knew that if I could just do any part of it, just barely lifting a weight, even just pulling up to the parking lot of the gym, that I would be proud of myself enough to keep going, and to keep going in a direction of making myself better, rather than just folding, taking a shower, going to bed, and saying I'll try it another day or tomorrow. And I was thinking a lot about life passing you by. I was being nostalgic last night. I was watching like an old video of like how the show Ed, Edd n Eddy ended. Really, really good video. I used to love that show as a kid. But sometimes it hits me now that I'm getting a little bit older. Still not even 30 yet, so I'm not that old. But as life is, as I'm living life, I've been really thinking about the concept of life passing you by and what that really means. And still not fully there yet. I don't want to talk too loud either because my girls are sleeping. But I want to make adjustments, progress, and to be further than where I have been. I've done a lot in my life already. I've achieved a lot, but I know that there's so much that I wanted to do and so much that I could do, but I've held myself back. And I'm trying to figure out why I did those things, how I did those things, and what can I do to help to improve that so it doesn't keep on happening. But that's a very long-winded way of just saying that I'm going to the gym this morning. It's like 5:20 maybe. Like I said, I'm going to be happy if I just pull up to the parking lot. But if I can go in, probably just do some chest, some arms, be super quick, just enough to say that I went to the gym and I did something. Want to do things so that I can be proud of me. Come home, get breakfast ready for my wife and my daughter and for myself, and just try to enjoy the rest of my day and get the rest wherever I can, and I'll just go from there. But I appreciate y'all being with me so far. Thank you for watching my vlogs, watching my interviews, my videos, my talking head ideas, all that stuff. Thank you so much. I appreciate you a lot, for real. All right, so I finally did make it to the gym. I am very, very proud of myself, very happy that I actually did pull up. Took me a minute. I do have a playlist of like positive affirmations, just positivity, and a song that came on that made me feel a really good mood while I was coming over here. I think it hit right when I parked the car. It was I Get Up by J. Cole. I think it's off the Warm Up mixtape. I remember listening to that song when I was younger, back in high school, and then I remember a few years later, back like when I was just really depressed in a really low point in my life, I would listen to that song every single morning on the way to work, and I would just play it over and over and over and over, trying to just focus on the positivity from that song. And horns for me at least are like a cheat code in the song. It's an easy one, but every time I hear that song, it pulls me back to that time in my life when I was like super alone, like physically, just like none of my friends and family around me, and then also emotionally and mentally feeling super just depressed and down, and how like music can carry you through difficult times, difficult feelings so well. It is amazing the effect that music can have on somebody, but not making me feel bad like I did, but just made me think about how I was able to pull myself through that. God was able to help pull me through that difficult time in my life, and just the consistency of just keep going and just keep trying your best and just keep going. Just don't give up, and you'll get through whatever you are going through. Because at that point in time, what I was going through in life felt insurmountable. But I mean, that's been over a decade now that I've conquered that battle, got over that hill, climbed that mountain, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, I haven't I haven't thought twice about that. And looking back at it, like I knew that I know myself. I know that the old me could have gotten through that with no problems. But like when you're going through something, it's difficult to see it. It's difficult to see the end of things. Like not the end, but you know. And hearing that song just reminds me that you can get through it. Just keep getting up every single day. Just keep getting up, keep going. And although it seems like every day is just repeating, every day is just the same old, just trash, just being recycled and thrown on you. You keep pushing through that. You keep doing what you know that you need to be doing and what you want to do, and it gets better. And I just want to document this to keep track of myself, my thoughts, and to remember where I was today in January in 2025 and to see where I'm going to be later on. But I'm going to hit the gym, get some workouts in, and then try to get some breakfast ready for the girls. Probably should cook something. Might want to keep the positive momentum by just making some breakfast, but it's a very good chance I'll probably just grab her something on the way home. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how lazy I feel after I leave here. I've already accomplished one huge task for myself today, which is getting dressed in the cold. How cold is it? 18 degrees? Crazy. Getting dressed, getting ready in the cold, going out to the gym. So I've already accomplished something before 10 o'clock. So I really don't need to try anything else. I'm happy already. Um, but making breakfast would be a nice thing. We'll see. If I don't, I'm not gonna care that much. Like I said, I'm already proud of myself. So I'm gonna keep documenting things, talking about my journey through fatherhood, through my life right now, through the different difficult times that I'm feeling, and I'm looking forward to seeing, just like I look back on how I was a decade ago and that difficult part of my life and how I got through that. I'm looking forward to seeing, and by the end of this year, how I've gotten through this difficult time in my life right now. And although right now I don't see it, I'm looking forward to seeing the route that opens up, the door that opens up that helps me to get through the difficult time that I'm going through right now. I'm looking forward to that for sure. All right, man. So I'm finally back home. I ended up deciding to not make breakfast because I didn't feel like it, but I got my wife some Chick-fil-A, so I'm sure she'll be just as happy with that. Besides the fact that I spent some money, but it's all good. I filled her car up with gas too, so she doesn't have to do that. So two rights balance out a wrong. I think the math should work. In the gym, I really just did 3 quick exercises. I did maybe like 5 minutes on the treadmill. I do like a 4 or 5 incline, and then just a nice running pace. The cold air this morning was cutting through my chest, so I definitely cut my treadmill a little bit shorter, but it's all right. And then I just did some, I think it's lat pull downs, and then I did bench press for a little while. I tried to do 45s. I'm positive, if I had a spotter that I could have done 45s on each side, but I just went down to 25s because, one, I'm tired, don't have that much energy. I didn't have dinner last night. I ate around like 6 o'clock yesterday, but I didn't eat since then. So I really didn't have that much energy to go to the gym, but it was more of the mental aspect of it. But I did 25 on each side. I did a set of 10, then another 10, and then I did 6 on the last one, I believe. Either 10, 10, and 6, or it was 10, 8, and 6, one of the two. But given that I did all of that, I'm fairly positive I could have done 45s, but I didn't have a spotter and I didn't have that much energy. So whenever I don't have a spotter, I always just leave the weight clamps off of one side just in case. Once again, I'm not lifting that heavy, so the chances of me really hurting myself are very slim to none. But I want to be extra careful. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. I'm not a big ego lifter. I'm not one of the guys like I need to just have a huge pissing contest. I don't want to say the other one, but I don't want to have a huge pissing contest out here. I'm just trying to get in shape, get back to how I was, and then get beyond that point. So 25s was good for the sets that I did. And then if I either go with my wife or go with one of my homeboys, have a good spotter, I can get much heavier weight and get to the PR that I want. But yeah, man, I'm happy that I was able to just go out to the gym. Early morning, I'm not an early morning person at all. I think I kind of cheated that because I was already up. I can stay up late and do pretty much whatever you need me to do. I can work through the night, all that. I'll be fine. But going to sleep and then getting up, I can't do it. I have not yet been able to do it. One day it may kick in, but so far it has been terrible. But working through the night, I'm good. I'll be tired, but I can always just work through it. I've never had a problem with that. Don't know why that is the case with me. Sometimes I kind of just want to just accept it and just say, hey, it is what it is. I'll find night jobs. I'll do all of the important things that I really need to do through the night, whatever reason. Sometimes you get that burst of motivation and energy, like, yo, I want to get something done late at night. I don't know. Maybe it's a guy thing. I don't know if women go through it. I know that guys, at times just at 3 a.m. like, yo, bro, I gotta get rich. I gotta lock in. I gotta start going to the gym, start eating right, whatever it is. Sometimes those late night just ruminations start hitting you, and you start wanting to change the world, become a whole new person, all that. So I'm glad that I was able to take that feeling of wanting to do something with myself and do something with my life and apply it to real life, not just in my thoughts or my desires, but actually do something with it. I'm really happy about that. Proud of myself for that. So for the rest of the day, I can be lazy and play video games. I got to prepare for my Bible study tonight. I got some studying to do, and also got to go in there and be a father. So I'm gonna wake the baby up before it gets too late in the morning, so that way, when I get tired and my coffee wears out off, we can both take a nice long nap. At least that's my goal. That's my plan. She may have an entirely different idea of what she wants to do, but I am glad that I'm documenting things, recording things. I don't have a lot of pictures of myself, a lot of ways to just capture and keep track of my life through things. I don't know. I don't know if it's a feeling of like awkwardness or I don't want to save this moment or I don't want to look back on this. I don't know. It's probably some self-confidence and self-worth stuff wrapped up somewhere in there. It's early, it's late, and I'm still kind of tired, so I don't want to think about it too hard. But I do want to record more things, keep track of things to look back on, to assess myself, keep track of my progress, keep myself accountable, but also more than anything else, to be proud of myself. And I wish that I would have kept track of some of the different things that I've achieved over my life and documented kind of like what I'm doing right now so that I can continue to build more confidence in myself. Because if I look at this video next week, it'll be like another reassurance like, yo, bro, like you can do it because you did it that day. And it's easier when you're looking at a video of yourself or looking at, whatever it is that's documenting that. Maybe it's a tally sheet, whatever. Something that's keeping a track of it. So that way you don't forget. That way you keep remembering, hey, you did it this day, this time, this is how you were feeling. Just like I said at the beginning of the video of, instead of me saying I don't want to do it, saying that I do want to do it. Like, I'm happy about going to the gym. Like, nah, like, I didn't want to do it at all. At all. But for the future me that's looking back on this, knowing that, hey, you didn't want to do it. You had every reason to not do it. It made sense in a lot of ways to not do it. But you did it anyway. Not only did you show up and not only did you get through it, but you benefited from it. You added another tally to the column of reasons why you can believe in yourself and trust in yourself. And for me right now, that means a lot. Yeah. It means a lot. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to stop rambling. I appreciate you listening to my rambles. And I appreciate the fact that it means something to you to see me accomplishing things and doing things. So all my friends and family and also just subscribers, new viewers, thank you for hanging out with me. Happy to hear y'all's experiences. Talk to me about some things that you have had some difficulty with, but you're working through it. Like, you're working on it. You've made some small steps. You've made steps. Regardless if they're big or small, a step in the right direction is a step in the right direction. That's all that really matters, for real, for real. So just share with me, just encourage me with some of the steps that you're taking on the things that you want to do. I saw recently that one of my homeboys I got to start talking to the camera itself more rather than just off into space. One of my homeboys recently quit his job to follow one of his passions of taking care of cars and everything and flipping cars and stuff like that. It's very on brand for him. But I've known him for since high school, like sophomore, junior year of high school. Really cool dude, and I'm happy. There I am, just looking off at space again. Really cool dude, and seeing people that I know that I grew up with, that I came up with, and I've seen their stories, and seeing them follow what they want to do is really inspiring for me, knowing that there is no reason why I can't. I was listening to a song just now. I was listening to Poor Man's Dreams by Kendrick Lamar. I forget how dope that song is and how dope that mixtape or that album is until I go back and listen to some of the songs. I'm like, yo, this is like so nostalgic, but also so fire. But one of the lines at the very end of the song, like the only limitations that you have in life are the ones that you impose on yourself, and it's really encouraging for me to see people that came up the same way that I did, and that they're not imposing limitations on themselves like how I am for myself, and seeing the things that they're achieving. And that is so encouraging for me. Like, yo, like, don't beat yourself up because that's not what you're doing. Feel happy and feel strengthened, feel encouraged because that's what you can still do. You feel me? And I'm glad that I'm having that shift in mindset rather than comparing in a negative way and looking down on myself, but being happy and saying, hey, that's what you can do. You can do that too. Don't be afraid. You can do that same thing. And look at the camera, Zay. Look at the camera, bro. I got you. I'm right here. And I'm glad that I'm making that change in my mindset. I'm glad that I'm making that change in how I see life and see myself. So I'm about to get inside because it's still cold out here. I'm going to get inside before my wife's wondering where I am. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next vlog.